Yes, we are live now.
Good evening, everyone. Our guest today is Mariam Kassem, a human rights activist from Germany who has been actively involved in international solidarity movements for Palestine and beyond. Earlier this year, Mariam was aboard the Spectre, one of the vessels in the Global Sumud Flotilla, a mission that sought to break Israel's blockade of Gaza and deliver humanitarian aid to Palestinians under siege. On October 1st, 2025, as the flotilla approached Gaza, Israeli forces intercepted and detained Mariam and several other activists, a moment that drew international attention to both the courage of the participants and the ongoing crisis in Gaza. Today, we are fortunate to hear her experience, reflections on the global silence surrounding genocides in Palestine, Sudan, and Congo. And we hope to hear her perspective on what solidarity truly means in times like these. Mariam, thank you so much for being here with us. To begin, I would like to start with our first question, which is what motivated you to join the Global Sumud Flotilla, and how did that journey shape your understanding of the Palestinian struggle and global solidarity movements?
I thank you. What motivated me to join was the pain that we felt since 2023, and this pain was bigger and bigger. And when we see the children, the women are dying for hunger, and Israel are using this as a war weapon against people, human. So we couldn't take this pain. We tried actually before to go to Rafah from Egypt side with the march to Gaza. We were many activists from around the world, but this wasn't succeed. So after that, we tried to build teams and to build a coalition between Freedom Flotilla and Sumud and the global movement to Gaza, because we had this view that maybe we could reach Gaza and break the siege when we are many boats, not only one boat or one ship. And I was very excited to join to do this. I feel that it is very necessarily, since the whole countries or the political are doing nothing about the suffering in Gaza and this genocide. And this actually show me also in the prison how the because we met people, also Palestinian people, that they joined the flotilla, and in the cells where we were in the prison, there were the names of the other Palestinian prisoner before us. Um, and I actually think that the suffering that I mean the whole pain that we felt there, and they tried to treat us like a terrorist. This is only like one from a million what the Palestinian feels, because we are very privileged to be European and to have a European passport, and to go back to our homeland.
That was a wonderful answer, I think, Mariam. My next question would be actually related to the answer you gave, which is the people's resilience in Palestine itself must have inspired you, right? So, what are the actions which they did as Palestinians? What you saw in your time in Flotilla that inspired you to go on and keep on your journey?
Um, Actually, I can't just feel Like, I can't separate my destiny and my life value from the life value of a Palestinian person or a child or a woman. I can't just say, okay, they die there and their life have no value. So I'm also ready to die on this way to Gaza, uh, because I can't just say their life are less value than mine. And I see every day how the Palestinian people in Gaza keep keep having hope, and they dream that this genocide will end and they will be free and they can live again normally. They can go to school. They can have food, fish, and everything, and I can't see a difference between my life and their life. This is why I wish them the freedom and the peace. I hope that I answered. Uh, I hope that I understand what you mean with the question.
Yes, yes, I'm
Yes,
trying.
and your perspective also makes us think how we always enjoy the privilege of maybe just trying to show our solidarity on social media, but being on the Sumud Flotilla also proved to us that there were people at present going in physical presence to help out Gaza in what conditions they were facing. So, keeping that in mind, keeping what you have experienced, we would also want to know that besides Palestine, we can see that countries like Sudan and Congo are also facing similar sorts of crisis. What common threads do you find between these places which are being subjected to genocides of their own form from different powerful countries, and with the help of even more powerful countries who are, designated for the first world, as we have known? And how do you see global powers responding, or rather failing to respond to certain crises like these?
I actually see that this is very similar what happened in Sudan and Congo and in Palestine. Um, these are they have the same reason. They want the land, they want the oil, they want the gold, what which there, and they don't care about the people living there. They take everything from them, and they kill them. So I think I see in the new generations and in the world that more people are waking up and seeing that it's just a play of more control from the European countries trying to have more control on these lands, and the USA, and you can see um, the relationship between this and the Arab Emirates. These are who are doing this war in Sudan. Um, and this suffering of people are the same. So anywhere on this earth, when there's people are suffering, we have this is our we have to be solidarity with them, uh, because we are all human. So if they have pain, we have to be on their side and to support them, and to show the world that they are suffering, so that we can help them to stop this.
Just another follow-up question to after what you've said. Do you think that killing the people of the land where this genocide is happening, from the different parts of the world where we're seeing these crises, do you think killing them holds a different message than just trying to administer their economic policies. We have seen bigger countries trying to, have their efforts, have their administration imposed on smaller countries, which are apparently less powerful based on a scale defined by them. So, do you think killing Palestinians, killing Sudanese, killing the people in Congo holds a different sort of meaning for the rest of the world?
Um, I think this killing people because they will resist when they want to talk to take their land, which everything they have, and to take their life. So they have to resist, and because this is more easier to kill somebody and to like do like there were not nobody here, so this is why we take this land. This is more easier for the other countries to do that, and this show us how they can how far they can go to become their interest from this land or from where they want to do this genocide.
That was a wonderful answer, I think, Mariam. My next question was about perception, right? So, Western media has, since the start, appropriately or inappropriately, sort of covered the whole thing. What do you think the view? How do you think the role of the Western media is in shaping the perception of the people regarding the genocide? I mean, do you think that, like, because media sort of selectively covers the entire scenario, it contributes to the global inaction which people have? I mean, people are, in my opinion, I feel that people are not as agitated as they need to be, or as this are supposed to be. Do you think the way Western media sort of covers the whole thing has a contribution there?
um Unfortunately, the media here in Europe are only showing the one side that the government are want to show. So this is why the most of the people here they know nothing. They maybe it's also that they don't want to know because it's so difficult to handle with this problem, and they have to handle with their feeling also against these governments which are supporting this genocide. So there is a lot of people here that are not looking or searching or just educating themselves because they know they don't want to handle with this feeling. And yeah, this is a real problem. So we came back from the flotilla, and the first thing you feel, okay, the people have no idea that there were a flotilla or there's a genocide, or they just look away, they just close their eyes and like act as there's nothing, and stay stay in their life, have fun, vacation, live, and don't caring about if there's another side of the sea, people dying. Yeah, and I think this is not democracy. This is not freedom for the media, because they have to just show this side and not the whole reality, what which happening there.
So is it like, is this your opinion just regarding the mainstream Western media, or like media as a whole? Do you think there's no alternative at all, or do you see some media houses sort of doing justice to the whole thing? Do you think there is any?
No, I think there is some media that trying to show the truth, but uh, yeah, they have also to to follow rules, to show not everything. Like showing a little bit to say, okay, we are showing the reality. But what we say on social media is more than what the media in this, as in Europe, are showing us, or are yeah.
Right. The social media has been a big weapon to, let us know about the realities. Like we've been following more social media accounts to get a more real picture of what's happening in Palestine, what's happening in Sudan, what's happening in Congo. And I think independent news has become another source of, uh, news for about the world's more demeaned countries for us, and that can only be accessed through social media, as you've very rightfully said. Uh, so, if we move on and try to understand about the International Court of Justice, or the UN, which have a sort of power that they, project, that they flaunt in case of solving this sort of crises. How do you see them issuing statements but not exactly enforcing accountability of those statements or execution of the same? How do you see these institutions, which claim so much right, so much solidarity towards the human rights of every person who is residing in this world? How do you see these institutions from your perspective?
Oh, I'm actually not a politician. I'm only an activist and humanitarian. But I can, yeah, I can't understand how they see this, and they just talk about it and discuss this, and they can actually do something about it, but they have to calculate with the consequences that they become as a yeah when they are standing on the Palestinian side, or on Sudan, or in Congo. This is actually, I can't understand that. I maybe can't answer this question.
That's, I think, completely fine. I mean, it's up to you. My next question would be, I think, about the fact that we make the tragic mistake of repeating history, and so I mean, if we look at history, we don't have to go that far. We see how Jews were literally facing genocide in Germany, but today we have cases not only in Palestine but also Congo and everywhere else. Do you think we as a global community fail to learn from history in some way? I mean, uh, have we really understood genocide and genocide as a whole? Have we understood how we should learn from history and not let it unfold in new forms, or have we simply been ignoring what we should learn from history?
Yeah, unfortunately, I can see here in Europe that the people, they keep saying they learned from the history. They keep saying, yeah, we never again, and they keep saying, yeah, we don't want to do to do a genocide. But they are. I don't think that they learn from the history. I think it's just a continuously line for the Holocaust. They just send the Jew and to Palestine to kill people there and take their land. So it's another genocide. And I think the people, as long as it's not in the near of them, as long as it's not their families, their people, they just don't care about it. They just say, we know nothing about it. So they don't even give an effort to educate themselves, to search, to ask people. Like, you can today on social media, you can text every person on the earth. You can just text Palestinian people in Gaza, and you can ask for, you can see them live. So I think that when the people want to learn from the history, they have to give the effort. They have to do something about it, and not just say, yes, we learn from the history, and keep silent, and keep genocide happening and doing nothing about it.
Absolutely right. I would completely agree with you. And borrowing from your thoughts, I think, like you've mentioned, that you believe in being a humanitarian activist, and that is why you've been there on the Global Sumud Flotilla. You have been on the journey yourself. You have seen certain things. You have experienced the journey. So, with the media, the bigger houses of media actually portraying what the powerful would want to portray and not portraying the side of the people who are facing the genocide. How do you find the definition of or the structuring of genuine international solidarity? How do you see it? How do you think genuine international solidarity should look like?
Actually, we have just to put aside what are we believing in, and our religion, and our just thinking about, we are human. We have to support our brothers and sisters in the humanity. So you can't just look away when somebody are dying or somebody are suffering. It's I think yeah, it's different from person to person, but it's actually uh, the meaning of being a human, to feel the others, to not just saying, oh, I only support Muslim, or I only support Christian, or I only support like you have to have the sense of humanity, and have
I
solidarity.
Yes. So I think my next question, like we have heard your perception about Mariam the activist, but what is I think a very important aspect that we all must learn from is you as a person. I mean, your journey on the flotilla involves a very deep personal risk. So how do you navigate through that? I mean, how do you navigate through your responsibility as an activist, as an informed global citizen, and you as a person? How do you navigate through that? Will you please tell us?
I hope that I understand the question. Can you just repeat it, Firaish, in another way?
So, so what I mean is, you participating in flotilla has some risks, which you as a person will face definitely. Uh, but you obviously are a part of this movement because you feel a sense of moral responsibility. So how do you balance that out, that responsibility and your personal risk? How do you create a balance?
Actually, every time I feel a risk, on like on the way to Gaza, or there, or having being scared of facing, you know. Like when they want to treat us like a terrorist. I just was thinking about, immediately thinking about Palestinian, who their suffer are more bigger, and they are not yeah, they have no yeah, they can't just think, oh, this is a risk or not, because we have to do something, because we see that the other, the politician and the people who have the power are doing nothing. So I couldn't just separate my suffering, or my, or me having making risk from the Palestinian people dying in Gaza. This is a one destiny. This is my destiny. I connected with them.
Thank you. Uh, if we see it in a different light, maybe with the bigger problems which also exist in the entire world, we as humans are being forced to deal with it. How do you think movements of liberation in Palestine or in Congo or in Sudan uh, sort of connect with the broader struggles against capitalism, colonialism, or the environmental destruction that we are all being subjected to? How do you think these struggles transform our ideas, the people who are in resistance and the people who are standing in solidarity to work together towards fighting these sort of menaces which are currently ruling the world?
Yeah, actually, I think that the liberation movements in Gaza, in Sudan, and Congo, they show us the truth. You know, they are not just seeking for freedom for themselves. It's freedom for everyone, because, as you say, in yeah, globalism, colonialism, and all these problems in the world, they just they can't be solved when we don't understand what's happening, and when we are not able to see the truth, and we just look about our personal things and life, and just don't caring about the human, the people, the groups. And I think that Gaza are also freeing us, not only Palestinian people. And I can see the new generation, how they are seeking for this freedom, and to don't support this system again.
That's a wonderful answer, I think, Mariam. There's really hope in the way you speak, and that is really encouraging for us. Now, what I would like to know from you is that, according to you, what do you think ordinary people can do to sort of participate in this movement? I mean, people who aren't or won't participate in this up front. What do you think general ordinary people can do to sort of participate in this resistance resistance against genocide? What do you think?
I think speaking about it, just having your own opinion, and to speak with each other. This is actually a very big thing. It's not just a small thing, because if you are not able to go with the flotilla to do something like, go on a demo, like, you can also just talk about it. Just don't ignore the pain, don't ignore the suffering. When you have a friend or a colleague, or you can uh, you are able to uh, tell about them, to speak up, to say, no, this is wrong, this is what's happening there is not right, and to have solidarity with them and empathy.
Yes, empathy drives us towards being in more solidarity with the oppressed. I think empathy is something that more of us need to have in our mindset these days, which is almost going away from being human. Uh, I think we can move on to a more personal space from where me and Sumnama are correcting with you today. We live in Bengal. You must know the tragic experience, the pain of being uprooted from a motherland. uh, Bengal has also faced the partition years back, and many people have been forced to be uprooted from their own motherland. The borders had been reconstructed. Many people had to move the borders. They had to cross the borders and find an entirely different lifestyle, an entirely different life had to be built from scratch for them. How do you think that because Palestinians have also been subjected to this pain and for years together, how do you think this feeling has affected their resistance and your solidarity?
I'm sorry. What affected my their feeling? The
Yes, I mean to say that since they have been
the
uprooted from
replacement, or
your
what you mean?
I mean that since they have faced the pain of being uprooted from a land that they hold dear to them, their motherland, and you too know that pain, how do you think this has affected or I think inspired their resistance to be more strong and your solidarity also to be more strong?
Um, I think, when you are forced to give your identity away, or you are then you have more will to fight against this, and you are more motivated to survive. And I think this is actually a survival mechanism that just happening, because this is everything what you have. This is your land, your culture, your everything. Everything as a child, since you're a child, and your grandfather, grandmother, and you have to fight for this. You have to resist. Not. I mean, you have to resist, and to not give up, and to have hope that you will get that someday, and to have empathy with the other folks who have the same pain, like everywhere in the world, not only the Palestinian.
Okay, that was a wonderful conversation, I think, Mariam. It was really inspiring. What I think I would like to point out as this conversation ends is that it's both. It's both our conscience and the struggle and the resilience of the Palestinian people, which inspires us to keep going. It's been what, three years almost, where it's still going on, and people like you and me, we are all here still speaking about it because of two things, because of our own conscience, and because of how Palestinian people still surviving inspires us. We choose not to forget history, and I think Flotilla, the people on Flotilla are a living example of courage and of sustenance, I think, brother, that we will not give up. This was a wonderful conversation, and thank you also for highlighting the fact that Palestine isn't an exclusive issue. There is genocide happening in Congo and in Sudan, and we should not forget about them as well. This was this was again a very inspiring conversation. I sincerely hope that through this stream, what you're trying to say, your words reach the masses in the way that you intend, and I hope that we always keep speaking about it. We never give up. That's all I have to say, and thank you so much for being here with us today. Long live People's Revolution. Thank you.
Thank you.
I also thank you very much, a very lovely woman. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Um,